Hello, the rare gems. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Being the only friend of a Sigma female is an experience that's nothing like what you expect, and certainly nothing like what you've been told friendship should be. She's the kind of person who doesn't give out friend titles lightly. If you're in her circle, you've earned it. But don't be fooled. It's not about constant emotional checks or nonstop conversations. With her, it's about trust, authenticity, and growth. Sigma females don't conform to social norms, and they don't want friends who do either. They see through the facades and expect people to show up as they truly are. If you can't handle that, you won't last. But if you're able to stand on your own, respect her boundaries, and bring your real self to the table, you'll find a loyalty and depth of connection you won't find anywhere else. But fair warning, being her only friend isn't always easy. She'll push you, challenge you, and even disappear without warning when she needs space. She doesn't sugarcoat and she doesn't waste time on small talk. What she offers is something deeper, more meaningful, and often harder to accept. If you think you can handle the truth of what it's like to be her only friend, then keep watching. Because understanding the Sigma female is not for the faint of heart, but the rewards, they're worth it. Let's get started, the rare gems. Number 1. She's watching even when it seems like she's not. You might think she's not paying attention. She doesn't react much, doesn't interrupt, doesn't press you for details. But don't mistake her silence for cluelessness. A Sigma female picks up on everything. Your tone, your hesitation, the shift in your energy. She listens to what you say, but more importantly, she listens to what you don't say. You can try to fake it, but she'll know. She'll notice the slight delay before you answer, the forced smile that doesn't quite reach your eyes, the way you change the subject when something gets too personal. She won't always call you out, but don't think for a second she doesn't see it. That's the thing about her. She gathers information like a detective, but acts like she's just casually observing. She's not looking for reasons to judge you, she's simply reading you. And once she has a full picture, she knows exactly who she's dealing with. If she lets something slide, it's not because she missed it. It's because she chose to. Maybe she's waiting to see if you'll correct yourself. Maybe she's testing if you'll be honest without being confronted. Or maybe she's already decided that you're not worth the energy of calling out. But don't mistake her quietness for ignorance. With a Sigma female, nothing goes unnoticed. The real question is, what will she do with what she knows? Number 2, you'll question if you're even her friend. Being friends with a Sigma female is confusing at first. She doesn't do the usual friendship rituals, no daily check-ins, no exaggerated displays of loyalty, no constant need for validation. She moves differently, and that can leave you wondering, are we even friends? The truth is, Sigma females don't rush into connections. While most people bond over convenience or shared routines, she's watching, silently. She's testing without making it obvious. She notices how you react under pressure, how you handle disappointment, and whether your loyalty is consistent or just convenient. If you fail any of these quiet assessments, you won't even realize you've been phased out. She won't argue, she won't explain, she'll just start pulling back. But if you pass, you won't get a big announcement, no grand confirmation. One day you'll just realize she trusts you. She lets you see sides of her that most people never get close to. Maybe she shares a thought she usually keeps to herself. Maybe she disappears for weeks but comes back like no time has passed. Maybe she defends you in a room you weren't even in. That's when it clicks. This is her version of friendship. Not loud, not performative, just real. So if you ever question where you stand with a Sigma female, don't look for words. Look at her actions. Because when she finally lets you in, it's not by accident, it's because she chose you. Number 3, she will disappear without warning and expect you to be okay with it. If you're used to friendships that thrive on constant communication, being friends with a Sigma female will feel unsettling. One moment, she's there, engaged, present, maybe even opening up, and then without a single word, she's gone. No texts, no explanations, just silence. It's not that she's upset. It's not that she's lost interest. It's just how she operates. Sigma females don't do forced interaction. She vanishes because she needs space to think, recharge, and exist. without the weight of social expectations. She doesn't believe in updating people on her every move, and she certainly won't explain her need for solitude. If you need constant reassurance, you won't last. But here's the thing. When she does resurface, it's like no time has passed. There's no awkwardness, no guilt-tripping, no need for explanations. The conversation picks up exactly where it left off. Her real friends understand this. They don't demand consistency, they trust it. And that's the test. If you can't handle her silence, if you need constant proof of connection, she'll quietly let you go. But if you get it, if you understand that her absence isn't distance, just breathing room, then you'll always be someone she comes back to. Because to her, friendship isn't about frequency, it's about depth. And those who understand that, they never feel left behind. Number 4, she will not sugarcoat anything, even when you need comfort. If you're looking for a friend who will tell you what you want to hear, a Sigma female is the wrong choice. She doesn't do empty reassurances, fake sympathy, or blind support. If you mess up, she'll tell you. If you're making excuses, she'll call you out. If you're drowning in self-pity, she'll remind you that staying there is a choice. That doesn't mean she doesn't care. In fact, it's the opposite. Her honesty is her version of loyalty. She respects you enough to tell you the truth, even when it's the last thing you want to hear. While others might sugarcoat things to keep the peace, she'll give it to you straight because she actually wants you to grow. But make no mistake, she's not cruel. If you're struggling, she won't dismiss you. She'll listen, analyze, and give you the kind of insight that makes you see your situation from an entirely new angle. What she won't do is lie to make you feel better in the moment, only for you to stay stuck in the same cycle. Some people can't handle this. They mistake her bluntness for coldness. They walk away when they realize she's not here to babysit their emotions. But those who get it, they know that her honesty is rare. It's what makes her irreplaceable. Because when a Sigma female tells you something, you can believe it. And in a world full of people who say what you want to hear, that kind of truth is priceless. At number 5, she protects you in ways you don't notice. A Sigma female doesn't make dramatic declarations of loyalty. She won't announce that she's got your back. But if you're close to her, she's always looking out for you, quietly, subtly, in ways you might never even realize. She sees things you don't. If someone around you has bad intentions, she'll warn you, not with paranoia, but with cold, clear logic. If you're about to make a mistake, she'll steer you away from it, not by controlling you, but by making you see what you're missing. She'll notice the little shifts in people's behavior, the red flags you're too emotionally involved to catch, and she'll drop just enough insight for you to make the right choice, without forcing it on you. But she doesn't need credit. She's not protecting you for praise or recognition. In fact, she prefers you don't notice. Her goal isn't to be a savior. It's just to make sure the people she cares about don't walk into avoidable disasters. And if you ever do find yourself in trouble, she'll step in, not with loud heroics, but with quiet, decisive action. Most people don't recognize her protection until much later. They look back and realize how many times she subtly guided them away from something harmful. That's just how she operates, silently, effectively, without needing a thank you. Because for her, true loyalty isn't about words. It's about action, even when no one is watching. Number 6, she can drop you like you never existed, if necessary. There are no second chances with a Sigma female when it comes to betrayal, manipulation, or wasted time. She doesn't do dramatic confrontations. She won't give you a long speech about how you hurt her. She won't beg for explanations or try to make you see her side. She'll simply erase you. One day, you're in her life. The next, it's like you never existed. No warnings, no drawn-out arguments, just silence. And the most unsettling part, she won't even hate you. She won't obsess over what happened, plot revenge, or carry resentment. You'll just become irrelevant. She has mastered the art of emotional detachment, and once she decides you're done, you're done. It's not that she lacks emotions. She feels deeply. But she also knows when something or someone no longer serves her. She spent too much time protecting her peace to let unnecessary chaos stay in her life. She doesn't hold on for closure. She creates it herself by walking away. Most people aren't used to this kind of detachment. They expect guilt, hesitation, or at least a little lingering resentment. But with a Sigma female, there's none of that. Just a clean break. And that's what makes losing her so final. If she ever lets you go, understand this. There's no coming back. Because in her world, some bridges aren't burned. They're simply never built again. Number 7, she tests you without you knowing. With a Sigma female, every interaction is a quiet test, one you won't even realize you're taking. She's not upfront about it. She won't tell you what she's looking for. She won't announce the moment you pass or fail. She just watches. How do you handle disappointment? Do you lash out, play the victim, or take it in stride? Do you keep your word? Or do you make excuses when it's inconvenient? Do you stand firm under pressure? Or do you fold the second things get tough? She doesn't expect perfection, but she demands authenticity. She needs to know who you really are, not just who you pretend to be. She's seen too many people wear masks, say the right things, and crumble the moment their true character is tested. She refuses to let anyone like that get too close. Fail one of her unspoken tests, and she won't argue or call you out. She won't even let you know you disappointed her. She'll just start phasing you out. The conversations will get shorter. The energy will shift. You'll feel a growing distance, but you won't be able to pinpoint exactly when it started. That's because she'd decided long before you noticed that you weren't worth the investment. But if you pass, you won't get a medal. You'll just notice that she stays. And in a world where she walks away from anything fake, that's the only validation that truly matters. At number 8, she will never try to control you, but she'll expect the same in return. A Sigma female values freedom above all else, her freedom and your freedom. She doesn't believe in micromanaging, controlling, or dictating how you should live your life. She trusts you to make your own choices, and she expects the same trust in return. There's no room for suffocating expectations, constant check-ins, or the need for endless validation. She's perfectly fine with you doing your own thing, pursuing your passions, and existing without her hovering over you. In fact, she finds it refreshing. She doesn't need to know where you are every second of the day, and she certainly doesn't need you to cling to her for reassurance. She's secure enough in herself to give you that same space, and expects you to do the same. But here's where it gets tricky. If you try to control her even in the smallest way, you'll feel the distance grow. She doesn't need to explain it to you. You won't get an angry outburst or a confrontation. She'll just pull back. Her autonomy is sacred, and the moment you start imposing your expectations on her, you've crossed an invisible line. She's not trying to punish you. She's simply showing you that she values her independence just as much as she respects yours. And if you can't give her that same respect in return, she'll quietly let you go. Because with a Sigma female, freedom is the foundation of everything, and if you don't respect it, you're not welcome in her world. Number 9, she's unbothered by drama unless it affects you. Drama? Not her thing. A Sigma female doesn't waste time with petty conflicts or social games. She's too focused on her own world to engage in the noise of other people's issues. If there's drama, she's either already removed herself from it or doesn't even notice it's happening. But, and this is key, if someone comes for you, everything changes. That's when her quiet intensity shifts gears. She won't jump in with guns blazing or make a spectacle of it. Instead, she'll handle the situation with the precision of a surgeon, calm, collected, and devastatingly effective. She doesn't fight your battles. That's not her role. She's not there to coddle you or do your dirty work. But if someone crosses the line and threatens your peace, she'll dismantle the problem with such quiet authority that people will be left wondering what just happened. You won't even see the moves being made. But when the dust settles, the issue will be gone, and anyone involved will know exactly who's in charge. It's not about proving anything. It's about protecting what matters, you, and making sure that no one can cause unnecessary chaos in your life. So while she may not give in to the drama, she won't let anyone bring it into your space. And if they try, they'll regret it, even if they never see her coming. At number 10, she will push you to be better, whether you like it or not. A Sigma female has no patience for stagnation. If you're stuck, making excuses, or refusing to step up, she'll call you out. No sugarcoating, no softening the blow. She sees your potential and she refuses to let you stay in mediocrity just because it's easier. If you're playing small, she won't let it slide. She knows what you're capable of, even if you don't, and she won't let you hide behind your comfort zone. If you're avoiding growth or making excuses for why you're not where you want to be, don't expect her to coddle you. She'll push you hard. It's not always comfortable. In fact, it might feel like she's making things worse at times. You might resent her for it, even wonder why she doesn't just let you be. But here's the thing. She won't let you settle for less than what you're capable of. She won't let you waste your potential, and she'll make damn sure you don't get complacent. It's not about control. It's about seeing greatness in you and not standing by while you let it slip away. She's not here to be your cheerleader. She's here to help you be the person you're supposed to be, even if it means pushing you through discomfort and forcing you to face your own limits. So, if you're looking for someone who will let you coast, she's not it. But if you're ready to step up and actually be better, she'll be the one to hold you accountable, whether you like it or not. Number 11. She sees you as an individual, not a label. A Sigma female doesn't care about labels. She's not interested in what society says you should be or how you're supposed to fit into a mold. She doesn't look at your title, your social status, or the trends you follow. She sees you, the real you, the version of you that exists without filters, without pretenses, and without the expectations others try to place on you. When she calls you a friend, it's not because of some social checkbox you've ticked or because you share the same crowd. It's because she values you, who you are underneath the surface. She's not looking for conformity, and she certainly doesn't care about popularity contests. What matters to her is your authenticity, your depth, and your character. That's why her friendships are rare, meaningful, and honest. She doesn't judge you based on surface-level traits or try to mold you into something you're not. She's not here to change you or fit you into her version of normal. She's here to appreciate you for everything you are and all that you could be. No assumptions, no conditions, just respect for your true self. So, if you're in her circle, know this. You are valued for your individuality. She's not interested in who you pretend to be. She's interested in who you really are, stripped of all the labels and facades the world tries to put on you. And when she calls you a friend, it means she sees you for exactly what you are, a unique, irreplaceable person. In conclusion, if you're lucky enough to be the only friend of a Sigma female, consider yourself fortunate, but also prepared. She's not like anyone else. She won't sugarcoat things. She won't constantly keep you in the loop, and she definitely won't tolerate mediocrity. But she will see you. She'll understand you in ways few others can, and she'll push you to become the person you're meant to be, whether you like it or not. The truth is, being in her world isn't easy, but it's worth it. She doesn't do superficial. She doesn't care about fitting into society's little boxes. She cares about the raw, unfiltered version of you. If she calls you a friend, it's because she sees the real you, and she expects you to show up as your authentic self, too. And if you can handle that, if you can respect her independence and honor her need for space, you'll have someone who'll always protect your back in ways you don't even realize. But you've got to earn that trust. You've got to be real, because she doesn't have time for anyone who isn't. So if you're walking beside a Sigma female, know this. She's showing you something rare. She's showing you what true, unfiltered loyalty looks like. And if you can stand the challenge and accept her for who she truly is, you'll experience a friendship that's unlike any other. One that will change you, help you grow, and make you realize just how much you can be when you stop playing small. Take the leap, embrace it, and get ready for a connection that's as real as it gets. Thanks for watching The Rare Gems. See you in our next video. Bye for now, and God bless.